this hubcap, just use a pry bar. There we go. Pull off the hubcap. Now I'm going to remove the wheel. I'm going to take the lug nuts off, use a 3/4 socket. Remove the wheel. Okay, we're going to take this cotter pin out. Just use some side cutters or a pick. Fold this piece over. Grab it right there. Slide that out, throw that away. Now I'll just take a 5/8 socket, take the nut off. Now I'm going to take a pickle fork and separate the tie rod from the knuckle. There's other tools you could use that would attach to the knuckle and push down on it. Make sure nothing's in the way. There we go. So if you were just going to replace the outer tie rod end or even on the inner tie rod end, you would pop this off. Then you're going to loosen up this nut right here, and then you can spin out the tie rod end. It's always a good idea to replace these together with the new sleeve. Right, now I'm going to take this cotter pin off and use a pick. There we go. I'll take a 5/8 socket, take the nut off. Now I'm just going to try a pickle fork. Just separate this from the center link. There we go. Now what you can do is just turn the steering. Just enough so that you can slide this out. There you go. So this tie rod is the inner tie rod, here's the sleeve, and here's the outer tie rod end. Now, you want to make this as close to the same size as the old one. When you're doing this, what you could do is just loosen these nuts up and then count the threads coming out, or you can take a tape measure and just measure it and get real close. Make sure when you're installing the inner tie rod end, this side is going to be reverse thread, and there's a little L on the sleeve. So you're going to screw that in like that. It's going to go on backwards basically. And then when you do the outer tie rod end, this is going to be normal thread. So you just twist this in. And you want these to be equal. So if you do 20 turns on this side, do 20 turns on this side. All right, now I got this really close. Keep in mind there is more threads on these tie rod ends than the factory ones, so there's more adjustment. You are going to have to go get an alignment done after you do this repair, but at least get it as close as possible to the old one. So I'm just going to snug these up, take a 13mm wrench or a 1/2" wrench, 1/2" socket or 13, snug them up. We're going to install the grease fitting. Just flip the tie rod over, get that started. Use a 7mm socket, just snug it up, not too tight. And if you want to, on the inner tie rod end, give it a couple pumps of grease right now. There is grease in there, but it's always good to give it a couple extra pumps, and it'd be easier to pump it up now than when it's on the car. I'll do the same for the outer tie rod end. All right, get that through there. You might have to angle the inner ball stud just to make sure it lines up good. Right, install the castle nut. All right, now we're going to install the outer tie rod to the knuckle. you go. Take the castle nut, install it. Tighten these both up. And take a torque wrench and tighten these both down to 40 foot-pounds. Now we're going to install the cotter pins, but if the holes don't line up, you can just tighten these up a little bit more so the holes line up. Take the cotter pin, slide it through. Just take some straight cutters, fold it over, and just trim the excess. Do the same on this one. Put the tire back on. Put the lug nuts on. Now I'm going to use a torque wrench, torque the lug nuts to 80 foot-pounds. I'm going to do it in a star pattern to tighten the wheel down evenly. And go back around, double check. Take the hubcap where the slot is, line it up with the valve stem on the wheel. And take a rubber mallet, just give it a tap. You're good to go.